Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And our focus is on the Lions' towering tight end. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Giants, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Lions had 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losing to 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Set, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Alert! Alert! Hey!
Here is Boykin. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
9 yards that time.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First down, and they go with Swift again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Boykin. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, well, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The quick slant caught. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Swift going to try up the middle. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On the jump.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football in need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Boykin steps away to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, They still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And New York set to take the field. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Boykin. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Swift again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Ready, set.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll swing this out, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go again to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll go with a keeper, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. Second and 4. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. For Marshall, that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Boykin to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing again here, Boykin. And he comes back with 1 complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
Now it's Boykin. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Alert! Alert! Hey!
Now it's Boykin. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now at 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the 1st half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And at the half, they trail the visiting Jets in that ball game. The Jets trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Dameon Pierce, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that 1st half for the Lions. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think lose. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Boykin. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Here we go.
Another run here with Dobbins. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Steps away. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Dobbins. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the handoff, this is Swift. Gets around him. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him to the ball game now on 14 carries. On the option to give to Swift here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Boykin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got his man. It's London. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awful.
After review of the
So
play,
the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's Swift. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Here is Boykin. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll start with the option.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. To throw is Boykin. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Boykin.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the check.
Once again, it's Swift.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for him.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here we go. It's Boykin on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to... Charles in the fourth quarter. It's the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Set, ready.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going. So they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Out to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Check right.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Open man downfield, that's Marshall. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One more time with Dobbins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Point after, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Now Boykin on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
And it'll be intercepted.
Nick Needham picks it off. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Lions, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks.